quack, quack.
Hello, everyone. This is how I get onto the Welcome to today's Midnight Mango. Close your legs, you crazy girl. Okay, listen, I'm not really sure what we're talking about today. I like to prep these cute little intros for you guys. But you guys probably know more about this video than I do if you've seen this title, because my husband woke up today and he chose violence. He storms into the office. I'm watching a BAM and he goes,
Hey, babe. You know what? You're busy. Never mind.
I hate when this man does stuff like this. Why does he do this? He's like, babe, I have something to tell you. And then immediately goes silent, won't respond to me, won't talk to me. That's it. And I'm like, what the fork? He keeps hyping it up throughout lunch. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just tell me what you were saying in the office. And he is like,
Oh, you'll never guess. It's insane.
And I'm like, sir, you can't keep doing this. He did this all day today. And I was like, no, you're not going to get away with it, okay? You're going to entertain everyone today. So thank you for joining us. I am forcing him to tell us this story. Now, I would like to say one thing before we get started. You would be surprised at how many moms I run into. I'll be out shopping and I'll run into one of you guys and you'll be with your parents, and then your mom will be like, oh my God, my daughter loves your video. She makes us watch it during dinner and it's so cute, so cute. Do not play this video in front of your mom. I'm telling you right now, do not play this video in front of your mom. That also includes my mom. Oma, stop watching.
Please, I'm a grown adult. Thank you.
Because I am doing a giveaway. And this will be really exciting if you win the giveaway.
It'll be really awkward if your mom wins the giveaway.
For this giveaway, I'm partnering with Bellesa. Before I tell you more about Bellesa, make sure to watch till the end, because Bellesa and I are giving everyone that signs up for the giveaway either a free device or a gift card for a device. So Bellesa is a company founded by women for everything related to sexual wellness and pleasure. I mean, their mission is to remove the taboo around the topic of intimacy and, make everyone feel very empowered in their own identity. They want everyone to feel comfortable to explore, and that's why they've created a lot of devices for women, men, couples, as well as different kinds of lubricants that it's gonna fit everybody's needs. I also really love Bellesa's website. I never say that. Who says I love this company's website? But they have a ton of blog posts about reproductive health, like whether you should be taking hormonal birth control, how to understand your cycle. And if your Bellesa device happens to be victimized by your dog, Bellesa has an official policy that will replace your broken device. All you have to do is send Bellesa a picture of the crime scene, including the felon in question and the victim in question, and Bellesa will send you a brand new replacement device. I'm going to show you guys some of the devices that you can win if you sign up for my giveaway. So first up, we have the Pebble. Whoever named the Pebble needs a raise, because this guy is the definition of size does not matter. Pebble is ergonomically built, made out of high quality body safe silicone, and what's really unique about this is that you can independently control the suction and the pulsations, so you can perfectly tailor it to your experience. Also, it's waterproof, rechargeable, and it comes in a discreet carrying case. Now, if you want something a little bit more intense, I recommend Thump. Listen, no words. I mean, the way that there's so many sensations working in harmony, in tandem, at the same time, simultaneously, together, incredible. Or the Air Vibe Pro, it's about inside-outside fun, but your mother will never know because it's completely silent. So if you go to the link in my description and sign up for the giveaway, you'll enter to get a free device or a gift card to shop Bellesa's devices. There are no losers in this giveaway. Everyone will win something. So go to my link in the description and sign up. And thank you, Bellesa, for sponsoring today's video and for partnering with us on this giveaway. I had to actually film this separately because there's no way I was gonna film this with him. So 3, 2, 1. And I was supposed to have a partner in crime, but they decided not to join me today. I think they made plans with somebody else. I got canceled on, so I'm gonna eat my feelings away because that's very freaking rude. Now that I think, did I tell you who it was? I'm not going to, but just know that someone in this family ripped my heart into shreds. So honey, hit it. I know you have something to tell me. It's a Chinese juicy story. That's all I know. I have no other context. That's it.
So I think Tiffany is on some weird forums. Basically, in these forums, people can submit their personal stories. They're sharing the drama or whatever happening in their own lives.
Wait, isn't that like Reddit and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. It's a lot of screenshots of WeChat. What's your WeChat?
So it's very expose style.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen stuff like this. It's always this is their WeChat account. They will blur out their face, but they will leave some clues. Say, if you know this person, be aware.
Oh my God.
They are scam artists. they stole money or they cheated on so and so. Like they would just be aware of this person, and then they will share all the receipts on what happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god, that sounds like amazing.
That's what Tiffany be sending me.
Is she like just staying up at night reading this? Okay.
I think so, but it's kind of crazy.
Okay, read it to me.
Okay, so this one happened in Vancouver again.
Bro, what's going on in Vancouver? Vancouver is the land of small face, big eyes. What's your WeChat?
Anyone from Vancouver, let us know what the hell is going on.
Please confirm.
There's 2 guys involved. They're roommates. The main person, the one who submitted this, we're gonna call him A. The roommate,
Let me guess. B.
Eric.
What the
Eric is getting exposed today. Got it? Born in 2003, studying at UBC University. Way he
University
looks-
of Big.
Okay.
They became roommates 2023 in March. They lived together for 8 months. By the end of it, A is like completely destroyed. Relationship gone, everything like ruined. His whole life is shattered.
His whole life fell apart in 8 months that he was living with Eric.
Yeah. They met each other on Van People. It's like a roommate finding site. You know, Eric was looking, he has 2-bedroom, he's looking for a roommate, and A took a look, gave him $1,000 as deposit, and he moved in, right?
Are they both Chinese?
Yeah, they're both Chinese, yeah. So they didn't talk too much at first. By the way, I'm reading and translating at the same time, so I'm very busy.
I'm reading and translating in real time. So
Guys, the way he's like,
I'm very busy.
Okay, they don't talk to each other a lot because Eric is never home. He's also very busy with school. They barely talk. Whenever they do talk, A will ask Eric.
oh, why are you moving out?
Eric will very mysteriously say,
So, I'm gonna tell you this, but don't tell others. So, my family is actually, like, they're rich, but I got in a fight with my dad, so I moved out by myself.
is he whispering as he's talking?
yeah. No, it's whispering. He's literally saying,
My type of background, I can't share too much. You get it, right?
I'm a secret agent. What are you?
A, his thought was, oh, I didn't know Chebos are also posting on Van People.
Oh yeah,
So they're also looking for roommates. That's interesting, or whatever. He moved on. So one day, A's relative in China wanted to kind of import wines or alcohol to wherever.
Vancouver.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
import business. And they're asking A for some suggestions. And A doesn't know too much about business. So he's like, okay, let me ask Eric. Since Eric is rich and business world, whatever. He reached out, right? He's like,
Hey, I want to ask you about like wine, some import business.
Eric say,
Nah, those are tiny business. You can make a couple $1 million.
and then A goes,
A couple $1 million? That's a lot.
Eric goes,
A couple $1 million a lot? Come on, man. If you want to make money, you need to do international student visa.
you want to help people.
Almost like immigration scam.
Immigration, not scam, but like immigration
Oh, okay.
business, like
Okay.
related to
Yeah.
immigration. And he was like,
Oh, immigration student visa. Like,
Do they make? I
don't know.
Immigration people made that much.
yeah, A's like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Eric goes,
Oh, yeah. It's not bad. My sister is doing that in America. She makes about 50 million.
A year?
that's what he's saying. Oh yeah, 50 million US dollar. So A's jaw is on the ground, but so he's like half believing, half really like, what the fuck? Okay, maybe that's how rich people do it. Like rich people really be making money. Soon after, it was Eric's birthday. You have this your homepage. You can see you're posting your birthday cake. Everybody's
Oh,
like,
on WeChat.
yeah, posting
Okay.
like happy birthday, this and that. And then A just message him say,
Happy birthday.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Just to clarify, they're roommates, but they're messaging each other.
imagine you browse your Facebook homepage or Instagram. You saw your roommate post a picture,
Valid.
and then you comment happy birthday. So he commented happy birthday on the page, right? He didn't even DM him. Soon after, Eric DM'd A. He sent a couple pictures of yachts. And he asked,
Which one's prettier?
For his birthday present to himself?
A goes,
Happy birthday. You're looking for a yacht?
Eric goes, what? It's my birthday, you know? My dad asked me to pick a present under 30 million.
Alright.
A goes,
Dang, that's a.
and then he's like,
Pick something for me. I like them both. Like, I just can't decide which one I want.
Is Vancouver even near water?
I think so.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
A goes, it's too expensive, bro. I don't know much. Like, I don't think I can give you like, I can tell you, like, okay, pick this $24 million yacht over that. That decision is above
His pay grade.
Yeah.
I can't even decide what's for lunch for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
no.
someone ask you to decide, like, can you pick a house? Out of these two houses, which one should I pick?
I would literally have a panic attack.
Right? So that's what he said. And Eric goes, come on, just pick which one you like.
It's only 30 million.
And he goes, I really can't. I can't give you suggestions. And he goes, it's not even that much money. My family net worth? He literally, like, nobody asked.
Nobody asked.
My family net worth, like $3 trillion.
Wait, are you sure not 3 billion?
No, he says $3 trillion.
Are you sure not 3 billion?
No, literally $3 trillion. No shit. Like $3 trillion.
His family is Apple.
Bro, Apple's not even $3 trillion.
And he goes,
How much, bro? $3 trillion?
so in China, in Beijing, I think there's a block is the most wealthiest area.
It's like the Central Park area. Billionaires Row.
Yes, imagine Billionaires Row. He goes, Billionaires Row is my family's.
The whole row.
The whole row.
He doesn't own a unit in a
Yes.
building. He owns the road.
I'm gonna translate. He said, and then the two other rows right across street from Central Park, we bought those two streets too.
Okay.
So this is when A was like, oh my god, Elon Musk, 100 billion. This guy, $3 trillion. So he goes,
Come on, bro. Like, even Elon Musk, he only had like a few hundred billion.
a few hundred. He only has a few
like,
hundred billion.
He only has a few hundred billion. And Eric goes,
See, you don't get it.
he's like, what do you mean I don't get it? I looked it up online. He's like,
Nah, that's something that they made up to fool average people like you. And also, Elon Musk, he's not that special. Like, come on.
What the fuck is going on?
In my circle, people like Elon Musk, they're bottom, okay? We don't even look at him. Elon Musk actually visited my house once. So he came to China for APEC meeting. He brought my dad 2 jars of Chinese tea leaves.
He said he grew it himself in America.
yeah.
It's fucking marijuana.
He been bringing that 420 over to China.
Like at this point, the main guy is like, oh, he's like speechless at this point. But that's the beginning of the nightmare.
That's not a red flag enough to do something about it.
Oh, this guy just lies a lot. He just makes up story, likes to try to feel like he's rich or whatever. Obviously, he's not.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
telling stories is not easy.
A loves KFC.
Okay.
So what he likes to do is on the way to home after school, he will order a KFC from Uber Eats and they will just leave it in front of their apartment. So when he arrives home, he can grab it, get into the apartment and eat his KFC. One day he came home, his KFC is gone. So he asked Eric.
Did you see my KFC?
Eric goes,
Families like us do not eat that type of junk food.
okay?
And you should eat less, too.
And he goes,
Oh, okay. Then I'll keep looking.
but the mystery goes on. He ordered
Sorry, guys.
3 times.
Guys, you don't see this, but he's trying really hard to deliver facial expressions right now. He's going, but you don't know this.
Out of 3 times, twice will be missing.
So 66% missing rate. That's really high.
You know? So it's like, in order for him to eat 1 KFC, he has to order 3 times.
That's like maybe $30 to $60 of KFC for
Yeah.
one meal.
Yeah. And there's just no security in the hallway, so he doesn't know what to do. Until one day, he came home and he saw Eric walking into the apartment holding a bag of KFC. And he walked upstairs and he saw, of course, the KFC is gone. So he literally called him out because at this point, I think he already expected. He's like,
Come on, bro. You took my KFC, right?
this is all in WeChat. He's like messaging him. He's not like talking to him face to face.
Oh, that's awkward. But also, he didn't smell the KFC from in his room.
Right? That's
That's
good
weird,
one.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
maybe he's like hiding in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
So the roommate goes, yeah, I took it. You know, when I'm home, in my real home, I don't get to eat stuff like this.
Bruh, the fact that he did that mental cartwheel, I had to buffer for a second.
He said, and then he goes, okay, if you've never had it,
Why took mine?
Why took mine?
Yeah, why you take mine? Like, come on, go buy yourself, right?
yeah.
And then he goes, it's because in my circle, my people, they never had KFC before. So last time I took your KFC and brought it to my circle, they all loved it. So today I saw there's more. I took it and shared it with my circle.
Why can't he buy his own KFC?
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. He said, then why did you order your own takeout?
Uber is a competitor to my family business.
He said, I don't want to order from Uber because I don't want to, help out my competition's business. A month later, A's girlfriend graduated from a different city and moved into their apartment.
Oh my God, Eric's gonna steal his girlfriend.
Eric's gonna steal his girl. Am I right? Okay, continue. Don't tell me if I'm right.
Eric's starting to stay at home more. One time, the guy forgot to bring his laptop to class. He returned home and saw Eric and the girlfriend sitting on the couch, giggle-gaggling, watching TV together. He said he's never seen Eric sitting on the couch in the living room watching TV. This is the first time. And this is when he realized he's about to get a green hat.
While they're living together.
So in Chinese, wearing green hat meaning you're getting cheated on. Your hair or you're wearing a green hat, your hair's turning green, you're getting cheated.
And everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Because you're wearing a green hat.
Yeah, they will say so-and-so is wearing a green hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so never wear a green hat.
Just never wear green.
He's so mad he want to say something, but he's late to class. So he couldn't say too much. He ran off and he texts the girlfriend.
Can you stop like hanging out with him? He's not like a good influence.
She goes, I didn't hang out with him too much. He goes,
I literally just saw you guys like hanging out on the couch.
She goes, we're just watching TV. He said,
Watching TV and laughing at the same time?
she goes, is it because you know that Eric is rich? You are self-conscious? He goes,
I don't want to fight with you. Just be careful, okay? Babe? He said, please, babe.
Wait, also, I can't imagine like watching TV with a guy that's not you and like hee.
yeah, of course.
I feel like I would just be like,
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Yeah, this is the one, the TikTok you were showing me, someone walking to the...
couch guy.
Is it the couch guy?
Yes.
That's that vibe, yeah.
Oh, he's about to get couch guy.
Yeah. And then she goes, okay, I know. Moving on. For the following month, they keep fighting about Eric. They fight more and more and more. One time, he came home. Eric and girlfriend both are not home. And he was like, oh my God. Like he already knew at that point. Like they've been fighting so much. So he messaged him. He said,
Hey, babe, where are you? How come you're not home this late?
I'm with Eric eating. Later on, we're going to go to Levels. I'm assuming Levels maybe is a bar or a club or something.
He say,
What are you guys eating? And drinking? Hurry and come home.
She goes, sorry, let's break up. He said, what? Why?
First the KFC, now the girlfriend.
The girlfriend goes, I'm with Eric now.
Oh my.
He's like,
He must lie to you. Let's not break up, please.
she goes,
Wow, he's so nice.
yeah, he's so like calm.
That doesn't make sense. I feel like at that point I'm like, okay, go hang out with trillionaire Eric, you idiot.
But meanwhile, he's like screenshotting. Right? He said, please. And she said, stop. Don't just stop trying. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me, basically. And he goes,
You know all the money that he's been talking about? It's all a lie.
she goes, stop bad-mouthing him. She's like switching sides already. Stop bad-mouthing him. And he goes,
He stole so many of my KFC.
Bro, I don't know if he's more upset about the KFC or the
oh yeah, I think
girlfriend.
he's upset. She goes, that's impossible. He goes,
No, I swear.
she said, okay, I'm just gonna tell you, his family's net worth is $3 trillion. Hey, he goes,
Just don't tell others.
Bro, is this real right now?
that's what I'm saying.
I think people are reacting to this.
He
I
goes-
need to...
You need to calm down and relax and don't do anything stupid. Like
He's saying like, don't sleep with him. Like, don't do anything.
Yeah.
She's like, it's impossible between us now. Seriously. He's like,
why? Nothing happened between you guys, right? Like what have you guys done? Don't be stupid.
She goes, we did it just now. Yeah. She goes, we did it. Like, I think she really is ready to get out of that.
She's really
She doesn't
ready
wanna-
to be a trillionaire.
Yeah, she doesn't want to waste time.
No, but like, she could have just said we did it.
Yeah.
Why did she say we did it just now?
Yeah, he said we did it just now. He goes, stop. Like, you guys went to eat, right? How come? It's impossible. She said, earlier at home, I couldn't say no. And it was on your bed. I am so sorry, she says.
They had sex on his bed.
And he goes straight to the roommate now. He's like, what the fuck? You know, you slept with my girlfriend, F you, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, bro, calm down. Average girls, I'm not interested. He goes, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, I respect you. That's why I sleep with your girlfriend.
Whoa.
Yeah.
To show you that your girlfriend is average?
No, to show you that, like, your girlfriend's not bad. Like, your standard's not bad.
Because I fucked your girl.
Yes.
She passed my standard, so you can, like, your standard is good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he sleep with his girlfriend, because, you know, it's out of respect. Huh? Yeah, so basically at that point, he moved out, packed his thing, and moved into a friend's house, and he just posted everything, including that guy's, like, WeChat IDs and all of that.
Yeah. So that's what happened this week in Vancouver.
Bro, we are in Vancouver too often.
I like it. Vancouver is like a different... What's your WeChat? Oh, this is that international student
Vibe.
Oh, really?
We
got
gotta
it.
go to Vancouver.
You think this is crazier than, like, the Couch Boys? Couch Guy?
Yeah, this is crazier than Couch Guy. I'm still trying to process it. I feel like he's more upset about the KFC.
Yeah, and she goes, we did it just now.
We did it just now, bro. That almost took me out. What possessed her to say that? That's unhinged.
This is unreal.
This
is not real.
I think it's easier to get over it, though.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just so unhinged.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, I'm about to bring you more crazy, honey. You guys have missed the confessions and I miss reading the confessions, so we're back at it again.
Are you ready for some juicy shit?
Ass up, ass out, college orientation cop situation. That's the title of this confession.
Ass
up, ass out.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And what's after?
College orientation
and cop situation. Okay, hey Biz, I'm a huge fan of you, Mr. Mango Butt, and of course Dan. Baby is a full course meal. Been watching your channel for several years after my sister showed me one of your videos. Now let me spill the tea for you because shit is a bit crazy, but like story of my life.
Okay.
So to start off, I'm 19 and this happened a year ago when I went to New York for the first time in my life. I'm a West Coast baby, and honestly, it ain't the vibes. I got into college at St. John's University in Queens, and I was super stoked. So anyway, I go to New York for a few days for my orientation last summer with about $120 since I've spent money on my friends because I love to serve that sugar mama energy. So all I got is $120 left. And I'm gonna be honest, I bought round trip tickets, but low key did not make hotel reservations. So I was already living reckless. Wait. Wait, I don't think that is categorized as living reckless. I think that is crazy.
Wait, so she bought tickets but no hotels?
Yeah, and then went with $120.
But for how long? Wow.
A few days.
Oh, that's like a different type of like,
Reckless.
personality.
A lot.
But I feel like she's not even trying to do that. She's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go.
I feel like my anxiety could not. I mean, you don't have to get a nice hotel, but I would have to have a place to stay.
Or have a plan.
Well, let's find out if she's got a plan. I don't know. I'm not sensing a plan here.
As soon as your girl got off that plane, I was swiping through Tinder and it didn't like. She's about to sleep at a Tinder boy's house, I think.
Oh, that's so smart.
I was swiping.
Oh my god, that's so smart though.
But you could get murdered. I was swiping through Tinder and it didn't take long before I got some matches. The first day I spent exploring the city and figuring out the bus system so I would know how to get to the school, which went pretty well and I had a fun time having a main character moment. So the night comes near and I make plans with a guy in Jersey. He paid $66 for the Uber and got us a room at a hotel. Let me be real. The sex was mid, but he paid for the room and he was only there for like 2 hours.
So it worked out.
This worked out, but like, please be careful. I'm worried about your safety, okay? The next day, I was running late to orientation and left to the hotel in a hurry, which in retrospect sucked.
Sweet potato chip.
But it's barbecue.
Barbecue sweet potato chip. One of a kind.
You want to know something really gross?
No.
But go on.
When I eat chips and I don't want to use my hands,
I'll use your tongue, right?
I think I've touched all the chips in here. I might need to eat it all.
Save it for later.
Bro! You had fucking popcorn? Give me that popcorn! You're so messed up! Oh my god, I don't even know what to say right now. No, give me... No!
All right, come on. You want me to read it?
My grandma always used this term. Like whenever before Stephanie started filming or doing anything, this is like what my grandma used to call me, like 懒驴上磨屎尿多.
I know,
Like Chinese people, if you know what it means, because I don't even know how to translate
I
it.
know
but,
what it means.
But
I be looking for 5 million things. I gotta do prep. I'm like, I gotta go solve world hunger, then I gotta go eat a plate of food, then I have to go brush my teeth, I have to change, I have to bring my car in for an oil change, I have to clean the closet downstairs that I haven't touched in the past 2 years.
yes, but the way that saying goes, well, it hits so much harder.
Okay, make it hit.
No, I can't. But just leave it in the comments. I really can't. It hits so hard. Please leave it in the comments. Somebody
So
who's
I
good.
can read it.
Who's good.
The next day, I was running late to orientation and I left the hotel in a hurry, which in retrospect sucked because I left my vibrator. Valessa and I are giving everyone that signs up for the giveaway either a free device or a gift card for a device. So you're telling me you came to New York, $120 in your pocket, the other pocket is a vibrator? Like... I arrived at my school and was put into a random ass group, but I made friends quickly. We explored the campus and it was nice. But during the tour, my new friend told me my ass was out a bit much in my romper, which sucks because I couldn't fix it.
Like this? I just got too much cake. I don't know what to tell you. Moving on.
The orientation ends and I continue to run around the city having the time of my life, which honestly I deserve, okay? Because I have been going through a rough time after my mama kicked me out a week before my 18th birthday. I was still swiping through folks and met with this guy in Manhattan. He was literally offering his old room, which wasn't the only reason I swiped because the man was fine, okay? I meet him at the hotel lobby and instantly was consumed with a hunger like no other. He grabs my hand as we make our way to his room. Once at the door, I grab him by his collar and pull him into a deep kiss, feeling the hairs of his mustache tickle my face as our tongues dance with one another.
I really like it, okay?
From there, we were animals just satisfying our desire to collide bodies and hear the other scream. It was amazing. After a night of ferocious fornication, I awake and he tells me before I leave,
You just fucked the police.
Oh, wait.
in complete shock, I internally scream and just nod. Before bolting out of the hotel, I'm in New York for another night and match with the guy in Jersey who was dope as fuck.
Oh, so that was it. I thought it was like the beginning of like a role play or something.
Wait, it's about to get crazier. He picked me up and we drove to his place while on the ride. He was trying to convince me to give him roadhead, which I knew was not the move. Not to be conceited, but like I am serving your average gluck gluck. I'm giving sloppy toppy. I told him we could test it after. Less than a minute of experiencing my throat game, he agrees to wait to get to his place to avoid car accident. We fucked and it was fun the next day. He took me to the airport and I said goodbye to the East Coast. I didn't end up starting school that year because I got hit by a car. What the fuck is going on?
Damn.
I didn't end up starting school that year because I got hit by a car while crossing the crosswalk and spent over 6 months recovering. Wait, I'm so sorry that I laughed. I didn't know it was that serious. The way you wrote it made it sound like a little cute little boop, and then you dramatically fall for insurance money. I didn't know that it was 6 months. Just last month, I gained the ability to walk without crutches and have been voluntarily celibate. Life as a recovering... You guys can't do this to me. Life as a recovering sex addict is difficult AF. Listen, you gotta put these in the beginning so that I don't laugh at things that I could get canceled for. I feel like we have a contract, you and I. No, I thought you cared for me. And I you. You know what I mean? Life as a recovering sex addict is difficult as fuck, and this was my second attempt at recovery since I was 16, so we'll see. Love you guys, and Dan holla at Abyss, even though this is anonymous. But you just fucked the NYPD. I don't know what to say about that. Like, that's crazy.
Open up.
Open up. NYPD.
It's the motherfucking
Double OG.
I hope you're doing okay though. But that's crazy. You didn't even spend $1 out of that $120, huh?
Yeah.
She had a plan.
Girl had a plan.
Hi, Steph. It's 3 a.m. and I'm watching your confessions video, unable to sleep. I've been hearing others' confessions and I myself have a pretty crazy story. I thought it won't hurt to share, but I'm probably making you my borderline therapist by doing this. Oh, and this will be long, okay? So what do you think about cheating? Is it absolutely wrong? And do you think cheaters always cheat?
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I don't know. I don't want to respond too strongly because what if this story changes my mind? I'm a wishy-washy bitch, you know? Okay? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think life is pretty complicated.
Hard for me to judge.
Whoa. Okay. Recently, he's been giving me like 30-year-old answers. I'm like, sir, answer the question. And he's like, life is not that simple. You know, life is about ups and downs and challenges.
Yeah,
And it's about-
I don't have all the context in anyone's life.
Well, I've cheated on someone when I was 18. Actually, that was my second time cheating. The first one was when I was 16. Here's the story. When I was 16, I dated this super cute boy that I've liked for years. I could call him my first love. But personally, I felt like my relationship with him was very puppy love and just not that serious. And it's fine at first. Until it wasn't. It started to feel distant. At one point, he admitted that he was bored of the relationship, and it kind of hurt my feelings and probably my ego too. So our relationship was dimming. Then out of nowhere comes older, delinquent, charming senior guy. Let's call him Gabe. He was everything my first love wasn't. Gabe was super charismatic. He bought me stuff, showered me with attention, even came to my house to ask me out. I was the kid who my parents paid the least attention to and was always called, quote, the most independent one. So I was thirsty for attention and I latched on as soon as I got it. Okay?
She said okay. I'm not saying okay. Okay.
Because that'd be rude. Imagine I'm telling someone's story and I'm like, okay. You know, I just wanted to clarify. So I started talking with Gabe while still being in a relationship with my first love. That was when 16-year-old me cheated, and I was wrong for that. And of course, the guilt started to haunt me. I ended up coming clean to my first love, and we ended things amicably. Now back to Gabe. I started noticing that Gabe wasn't exactly Prince Charming. He had an ex-girlfriend who he always painted as a psycho ex-girlfriend. Despite bad-mouthing her like that to me, he started talking to her again behind my back. Everyone was calling me the other woman, and they said that I was ruining Gabe's ex's life because I had stolen Gabe from her. They were not together when Gabe and I started talking. Anyways, that whole mess happened and blew over pretty quickly because high schoolers just find new things to gossip about every week. Gabe and I were fine and things moved so quickly, like very, very quickly. Because tell me why, I'd lose my virginity at 16 without my consent. We were messing around in my empty house, clothes are off, and I remember explicitly telling him not, and that I didn't want it, and I was too young, and religion, and Satan was gonna kill me himself. He was silent, and suddenly it happened, and I was so confused. I didn't get angry. I just froze for a second. I mean, a million thoughts raced through my mind. If I get angry and I push him away and break things off, then he's gonna tell the whole school that we slept together. No one's gonna want me now. I just have to stay with him and marry him now. Don't act weird. Act like you enjoy it. Don't upset him. And that's exactly what I did. I acted like it was okay, and I never told him that it was fucked up that he did that to me. I wasn't emotional. Prior to this, I've had a history of SA in the past that I haven't told anyone about because, again, I was the kid that no one paid attention to. I had no one to talk to. I guess I was just numb, and never talking about it made it feel like it was not real. After that, we would have intimate relations every week. One day he confessed to me that he's had intimate relations with this sex worker while still being together with his last girlfriend. Yeah, the ex-girlfriend that I mentioned earlier. But he told me that he would never do that to me because I've given him my body. That was verbatim what he said, and I believed him. Fair enough, I thought, but keep this little confession in mind because it's going to come up later. Because he was older, he went to college first, he went out of state and started living that college life. He started partying almost every week and getting drunk with his friends. I mean, I never told him that he couldn't do that. He could do whatever he wants as long as he knows his boundaries. That's what I told him. I mean, I was stupid for thinking that he knew what boundaries meant because he very clearly crossed mine when I was 16. I started hearing all sorts of gossip about him messing around on other girls, but no one could prove them to me, so I never broke up with him and I kept trusting him. When I graduated high school, I moved to a city. We were in different colleges, but we saw each other every weekend. The abuse continued and escalated. Gabe would be irritated if I refused to have intimate relations. He told me he'd fuck other girls if I didn't get naked. He told me he was curious about fucking my college friends. He told me I look weird and my kitty cat suction hole didn't feel great anymore. All while showering me with little gifts and, quote, making an effort by commuting for an hour to see me every weekend. It was mind-fucked. By the end of my first semester, it was too much. People around me noticed that I was zoning out a lot and I was not performing well in college. At this point, I had been dating Gabe for 2 years. On our second anniversary, I commuted for an hour at night by myself to get to his apartment. I brought this huge box of gifts and letters. I waited until the clock hit 12 and I was trying to surprise him. Gabe didn't even bother to give me his gift on time. He gave it to me 10 days before our actual anniversary and told me he won't be able to meet with me on our anniversary because he was at football practice the whole day. His gift for me was some like high-end footwear brand. I don't know. It wasn't even cute. It was just slides. Keep in mind that none of my family or friends knew about this. I was going through all of this by myself, solo. So I was depressed. My self-confidence was in the gutter and I was lonely, and that's why I started talking to another guy. He did approach me first, but I still take full responsibility and admit that I responded and I kept it going. It was the exact same thing. He was charming and nice and he seemed like a gentleman, and I quote, fell for him. We had intimate relations on the first date and I was still dating Gabe. That was 18-year-old me cheating. Gabe didn't know. I didn't come clean. But soon after we broke up, and the reason was, I found out that he was talking to another girl and they were planning to hook up. His defense was that he never followed through with it, that it was all talk, he was never going to actually do it. I still insisted on breaking up and he harassed me for months. He started talking shit about me publicly on his social media, where my friends and family still follow him. He stalked me. He emailed me because I had him blocked everywhere else. Soon, he found out that I cheated on him and he confronted me. It was this huge fight. We were shouting at each other until it got so tiring and we were both stumped on the floor, defeated. He told me with this soft, manipulative voice that we could start over. He admitted that he had slept with sex workers while he was still dating me. And he would say things like, "We both fucked up. It's fine. Let's just forget this happened and start over." I wasn't having it. I was done. I told him to leave and he did. We never saw each other again after that. That was the end of our 2-year relationship. To this day, he swore that he was the victim because I cheated on him. He never took accountability for what he did to me. He never apologized to me. The relationship was bad, but the aftermath was crushing. People call me a whore. I was cyberbullied by his friends. It was such a dark period in my life. I was having nightmares daily for weeks, and I know how many times you've heard this, but your videos were playing during some of those darkest nights. It became my distraction, so I don't have to face my reality, which probably isn't a very healthy coping mechanism, but it worked. What also helped me was talking to my friends about it. See, I never understood the severity of my situation until I hear it coming out of my mouth and into my ears. I remember the first night telling all of this to my best friend, and we cried together all night. Recently, I've been going to therapy. My therapist suspects that I developed CPTSD from relationship trauma. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true, but I'm in a better place now. I'm working on myself, and I have someone who I clearly love and is teaching me that love is actually quite warm. I will also be getting my degree soon, and I'm working to get into my dream job. It's not perfect and it's not easy, but it's better. If you're wondering whether or not I ended up with the guy I cheated on Gabe with, no. He was shitty on his own, and I could probably make another confession story just about him. He ended up accusing me of cheating on him with no proof, and I didn't cheat on him. I guess he wanted to go with the narrative that cheaters always cheat, and I was a cheater. It was an easy way for him to also be a victim. Personally, I know none of this justifies cheating, okay? I should have left instead of cheating, and this will probably come off as an excuse, but I didn't know how to leave. Especially in my relationship with Gabe, I just couldn't even muster up the courage to leave for all those years. That's why I didn't leave when I figured out that I had fallen for someone else. I left when there was an opportunity to leave, that opportunity being the girl that Gabe planned on hooking up with. I feel like me feeling like shit in the relationship wasn't a valid excuse enough to leave. Obviously, it was valid enough. Well, what do you think? P.S. I love you so much, and I've been watching you since you did storytelling videos on your own experiences, and I related to you a lot, and you've empowered me and make me feel less lonely in my toughest days. You're precious, and I hope you eat well. I love you. You know, okay, that's so fascinating. I was watching this podcast because I'm not a revolutionary person. I don't come up with original thoughts on my own, but they were saying how it's so weird that society romanticizes tumultuous love. Because love is just supposed to feel good. Like when you have that dramatic love where it's so painful, that's not love. But then some people, because of society, you get conditioned that great love, soulmate level love should be so painful because it's worth fighting for. But like soulmate love is usually just like pretty pleasant love.
Yeah. So basically,
Don't listen to the TV or
Yeah.
don't listen to the fictional books.
Yes.
It's just the bugs.
Yeah. Like your relationship should probably be the least painful part of your life at all times. I mean, sometimes it's going to be the most painful part because there's like growing pains and like miscommunication. But overall, I would say it should be the least painful part of your life. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it seems like she's doing great.
What do you think about, like, she's asking about, is cheating fine? How should she feel about it?
I don't think they were in a relationship. I don't consider her and Gabe in a relationship at that point. So I don't even consider it cheating.
You're saying that's not what a relationship looks like.
No, that's not a relationship.
So she's not like breaking a contract of.
He broke his contract. So once he breaks that contract, I think the contract is broken. You're not in a relationship. Like when he essayed her, like that's not a relationship anymore. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, she's in such a bad place. Her cheating is the least of her worry, honestly.
Like I was getting scared for her.
Yeah.
For her life, like genuinely reading.
Yeah, and I think like the guy's so manipulative. Even if she didn't cheat, he will still come up with a million reasons to badmouth her, you know?
He'd probably accuse her of cheating nonstop, just like the other guy. Please keep in mind, this story is very weird. It might be funny, but it's still very weird. P.S. I'm a 23-year-old male and I was 18 when this started. So I went on a date with this girl for privacy reasons. Her fake name will be Grassy. It was going great. Fancy dinner, had a lot in common, no red flags, the good stuff. Then we decided to take it back to my place for some spicy time. And we did. We got our clothes off and I was making out with her when she farted. Yeah, she did. Okay, she got embarrassed, but I reassured her. We make our way to the bed, make out some more, and then I smell something bad.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. I asked her,
Hey, what's that smell?
Bro, why are you calling her out though?
If you asked me that, I would cry.
I would be like, oops, sorry, I farted. So what's better? Like,
I pretend I don't smell nothing.
No, because the whole time, if I can smell it, I have a better nose than you, right? If I can smell it and I'm like cautious, worried it's me, and you act like you don't smell it, I'm going to keep thinking the whole time, does he smell it? Does he smell it?
but if I say, oh, I farted, that means
I definitely smelled it.
you wouldn't like die of cringe?
No. I'd be like, it's okay. I'd be like, it's okay, me too. Oh my God. He said, what's that smell? She didn't know, so I got off her and she had shit on my bed. Okay, that's pretty crazy. I thought she farted again. I thought you were calling her out for farting, which is kind of not a great thing to do. But if someone shits on your bed, I would probably have to say something at that point. Like there's no
power through.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, I handled this so well, but she got embarrassed, put her clothes on and ran out. I called her and texted her multiple times saying, it's okay and I'd like to have another date. But nope, no answers.
Bro, what did they eat, man? Like, it's half of his fault. Wherever he took her to
He
dinner.
said, fancy dinner.
Why is her name Grassy and not Gassy?
That's mean. That's mean. Sorry. A few months later, she answers me back and says, hey, I'm so sorry about what happened at your house. If there's anything I can make up for it, I promise you I'll do it. You're a really great and handsome guy, and I would love to have another date with you. Text me back if you'd like to. I was so happy. We had another date and another. And by the time we had our fourth date, we did it again and it was great. And 5 years later, we're happily married with 2 kids.
Wow, Grassy.
Grassy! See, that's how you pull someone on the first date. Because it's just so crazy that he'll never have another one like that.
Bruh, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Guys, Stephanie Sue tip of the day. If you really like a guy, shart on his bed and you will get married to them.
It's like you're claiming your spot.
Hey, Steph, I just wanted to tell you at the end of this story, I've been watching you for 3 years now. You're amazing and funny. I like all the cases you go over. And I wanted to tell you that if you ever see this, thank you for also helping me get over my parents' death. They were both shot walking home from work. You, along with my wife, helped me so much that I wanted to say thank you and keep doing what you're doing. Good day and good night.
Whoa.
You know, I don't even know what to say in these situations because I feel like I don't even know how I'm helping. And then to like hear that I helped someone through something like that, it feels almost like I'm like, I don't know what I did. I feel like I did nothing. I wish I could have done more. Wow.
Wow.
Hey, Stephanie, I have a wild story to share with you guys. Also, English isn't my first language, so my grammar might be a bit off. So it all started in Puerto Rico, where I was on vacation with my family. I was only 13 at the time, and oh my gosh, those 2 weeks that we were there, it was traumatizing. I thought it was gonna be good. I was reading it, setting it up, like it was amazing. And then it goes, it was in caps, traumatizing. My parents like to overplan vacations. We had all the places we need to go to each day on a list. So we arrive at a house that my parents had rented out or something. It was an Airbnb, I think. The house was beautiful and it was rebuilt after a hurricane that had taken place and brought destruction upon the first... You guys, the way you guys write, I love it. It's so good, okay? The first day was amazing. We had eaten amazing food, slept all day. You know, the next day was going to be busy as we wanted to make up for the first day where we relaxed. We had separate rooms as it was pretty decent sized house. My parents had their own room. I had my own room, and my 5-year-old brother had his own room, and my little brother couldn't sleep and went to my parents' bedroom because he kept having nightmares, and I couldn't sleep either, but because I was a 13-year-old bitch, so I was like, I know, baby, okay, I'm a big girl now, and I kept trying to sleep. One thing I forgot to mention was that the bedrooms had huge windows, and I was sleeping looking towards my window with my back to the door. I was already freaked the fuck out because of like the new environment I was in when I heard the fucking door open behind me. And it wasn't fast, it was slow, which made it like 10 times more frightening. And I quickly turned around and I looked, and it was my little brother. He literally gave me a heart attack. He told me that he couldn't sleep by my parents because my dad's snoring was too loud to fall asleep to. And I laughed, though my heart was still racing like crazy. I mean, was it the Asian's dad and their loud snoring? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, he asked if he could sleep by me, and I agreed. He quickly fell asleep, and me, overprotective sister, was hugging him. And I don't know why. I just felt like I was protecting him, you know? I closed my eyes. I fell into a light slumber, but for whatever reason, the whole night I felt like someone was watching me. And I thought I had a dream that someone was standing over us near the foot of the... Stop it!
Someone was standing where?
At the foot of the bed. Like at the edge of the bed.
Dang. We should try that one day. Like, just kind of go into your mom's room and just like stand.
Honey, my mom is in her 60s. She'd have a heart attack. She'd never make it back. We'd have to go visit her in the hospital from then on. He said,
Damn, baby, you ruined all the fun.
I woke up a little bit later than the rest of my family, and I got us all ready for all the touring that we had to do. We were barely home that day, eating our meals in the cozy little restaurants, touring around the beautiful islands. I loved every second of it, except when we were returning to the house. I really didn't want to go back. I just kept feeling really creeped out, even though it's a beautiful house. I felt like I was being watched the entire time. I literally couldn't even use the restroom because I was so fucking scared. I don't understand what I was feeling, as I wasn't necessarily scared for my life, but more so creeped out or anxious, I guess. 2 more days pass and that feeling still doesn't leave. I always had the blinds closed in my bedroom and locked the doors around the house and rechecked the locks multiple times a day. I was freaking paranoid. That dreadful morning, it must have been around 7 a.m. There were knocks. Not on the front door or the back door, but on my bedroom window.
And then she goes, I'm living on the 2nd floor.
Oh, bruh. No, I would die. I woke up with a jolt and jumped off the bed. I quietly tiptoed to the window with the curtains still drawn and tried to look in the corner to see who it was. I don't know how to explain it, but I was trying to look at the person without them seeing me. And I saw an old woman wearing rags almost, with a crazy look in her eyes and a huge smile ear to ear. She was missing some teeth, and her remaining teeth were blackened. I guess she saw the movement in the curtains, and she looked right at me. I quickly jumped back and I screamed. My parents ran in and they were worried about what happened. I told them and they too looked through the window. They didn't see anyone else there. But seeing how frightened I was, they decided to ask the owner of the Airbnb for any security footage. The owner gave it off willingly and even admitted that he never even checked the footage as he thought it was an intrusion of privacy. My parents went through the footage and I was with them as I told them that I had to see it. I was so fucking scared when we watched the footage for the past few days. I told my parents about the bad vibes of the house and feeling of someone constantly watching me, which is why they wanted to look over all the footage, and we did just that. On the first day, the same old woman wearing different clothes had been walking around the house at midnight. Every day, she was
Inside the house?
around the house.
Oh.
Oh, you scared the shit out of me. I'm like, inside this house? Wait. Every day she was sneaking around the house, and once we were out of the house, she fucking went in the house. We suspected that she was eating food and using the bathrooms and beds. The food seemed to go missing, not a lot, but like 2 slices of bread would go missing, and the toilets would have pee or shit in it, and the beds would be a little messed up. We didn't really notice the food going missing, and since every day we were out, it was tiring, we never really bothered to check if the beds were messed up or not. The toilet part, my parents just thought that the toilets were broken and would flush the stuff, but then bring it back up. I don't even know why we were still all making this stuff up as to not be concerning as they were. I was so fucking traumatized. My parents were very concerned and didn't understand how the woman kept coming into the house even though we knew we locked the doors. She must have had like a master lock picker, or she had another set of keys. My parents called the police and the owner, who was insisting that we shouldn't have called the police. Did I mention that the Airbnb house was literally in a gated community with security guards posted at the entrances of the neighborhood? How the hell did she get into the neighborhood and in the house? We were freaked the fuck out, and my parents were furious with the homeowner, who revealed that the lady was the previous owner of the house.
What?
And revealed that she had the keys to all the doors in the house. Listen, that's something that a lot of people forget. The first day we move into any house, we reset all the keys. But then I think people don't, because no one teaches you that.
Yeah.
This man's forgot to change the fucking locks, even though he knew that the old unhinged owner had the keys. The police took us seriously because of the footage and decided to stake out in the car outside the house. That night, none of us could sleep, so we all huddled together in a bedroom. The police wanted us to catch the woman in the act of stalking us. She returned, and the cops had ran towards her to stop her. The old woman tried running away, but her being like 70 years old and the police being like 30 years old, they easily caught her. She kept trying to run away and was resisting against the police. The woman pulled out a knife that she had hid in her pocket, and she started attacking the officers. My whole family was in utter shock. Finally, the police were able to restrain her and made sure that she wasn't carrying any other weapons. When questioned the reason for breaking and entering the house, she said that her children were living in the house and she needed to free them from the kidnappers. The old woman pointed at us and yelled something like in Spanish, like, "My daughter, my son, come to your mother. Let them go, you evil monsters."
Oh my god, this is like creepy and sad at the same time.
I was 13 while my brother was only 5. We couldn't possibly have been our children. My parents ushered us back into the house and we started to pack all of our things. We packed everything and left that day. I'm not sure what happened to that old lady, but the fact that she called us her children was frightening. Yeah, that's frightening because she probably would have kidnapped them. After a couple years, my parents told me that that old woman who had her children, an older girl and a little boy, got kidnapped decades ago. And no one knew what happened to them. Because of that, she went crazy and kept looking for them. There had been many reports of her following young children home and such because she thought they were her kids. After learning this, I felt terrible for her. I mean, as having your own children taken away from you sounds horrible. I truly hope that she gets the help that she needs. And this might be asking for too much, but I hope her children are alive and well. And maybe, just maybe, they find their mother. Thank you, Stephanie, Steph Fiance, and Dan Dan for making my days a little bit brighter.
Dang. Wasn't like something similar happened to
Yeah.
someone? Like you're saying like there was someone in the house, like behind the door.
Oh, yes. This is not a personal friend of mine, but it's like maybe 2 degrees apart, 3 degrees apart.
10 degrees apart?
No, it's 2 degrees
okay, it's
apart.
a friend of a friend.
It's a friend of a friend, and she had woken up in the middle of the night apparently, and she heard something in her room and she didn't know what was going on. And it wasn't like nighttime. I guess she had slept early and woke up and it's still bright outside. Maybe she took a nap, right? And she sees someone standing in the corner of her room, like next to the closed door. And it's not her parents. It's not her siblings. So she's looking at this. It looks like a woman that she does not recognize. She doesn't know what to do because the only way out is to go past her through the door. She doesn't want to scream for her mom because she doesn't want to startle this person, but she also doesn't know what to do. So she kind of is like, Mom, like kind of calling her in a normal way. Her mom opens the door and the woman is behind the door now. And she's like, what's going on? Like, why are you calling my name? And then she's trying to explain in Korean, like, oh my God, there's a lady behind you, but don't freak out. Don't freak out, Mom. Like, you cannot freak out right now. And her mom is like, what are you talking about? You're like, you're being crazy. What are you talking about? There's the woman behind the door. So then she just bolts out of there, grabs her mom, runs out of the room. They leave the house and they call the police. And it was a woman without a home that somehow found her way into the house. And she did have a knife, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like horror movie.
Yeah. When I was told that story, I was like, that.
Yeah, this is like woke up, someone standing there. Wow.
I don't even know what I would do.
Okay, last one, but
Y'all got me in trouble last time with this, okay?
What?
Y'all got me. I was secretly in a relationship with a famous actor. Bro, I don't want to talk about this right now.
I was secretly in a relationship with a famous actor.
Hi, Stephanie. I don't know if this confession is juicy, but I used to date a famous actor back in You can choose to not say the year.
Back in 1963, guys. From 1963 to 1985. She dated a famous actor in
Somewhere.
Love teams are common, and he was part of a very famous love team. I will not give out much details about how he looks or who he is because I don't want to create a controversy over this. Since during that time that we were first seeing each other, he had just got out of a relationship with another famous actress. There was a big fuss surrounding their breakup. Again, don't want to give too much details because it'll probably give away who this guy is, but their breakup was very juicy. Everyone was talking about it and speculations were all over social media. However, I would like to clarify that when I met him, they were already broken up for months. It's just not public yet at the time. Y'all.
I don't even know anyone, but I'm like, is it?
I gotta be on my best behavior, okay?
I first met him at a club. I just got out of a very toxic relationship and I was, in my hoe phase at the time, LOL. Almost every weekend, I party with my friends. Most of the time, I don't get wasted because I spend more time dancing and talking to random people than I do drinking. I was a college student, okay? I was stressed out of my mind, so partying was the only way to get out of that stress. Like I said, I don't get drunk that much. However, that night, for some awful reason, I did. I was just chugging and chugging and chugging shots of tequila throughout the night. I felt my whole world spinning and I wanted some fresh air, so I left my group without telling them where I'm going. And I don't recommend doing this when you're out drunk out of your mind. Okay? I went out of the club and I sat down in a random parking lot outside the club. I was probably there for like 5 minutes when this guy sat beside me and handed me a water bottle. I was very much confused, okay? Because, again, he's a very famous actor. I thought I was having hallucinations at this point, but he spoke and told me to drink the water. It was unopened because I don't accept random drinks from strangers, please, okay? We talked in the parking lot for like 45 minutes when he asked me if I wanted to eat breakfast with him because it was already 4 a.m. at this point. I accepted it because he was hot, okay? You would do it too if you were me. I got in his car and that's where I asked wait, don't you have a girlfriend? And he spilled the tea. I was basically the first one to know what happened between them, even before the public knew about it. He wore a disguise when we went out to eat breakfast, and the disguise was just a cap and glasses, which I guess is not a disguise, but more like, covering your face. I don't know if people recognized him, but he seems to be a regular at this restaurant. Anyway, fast forward. We just talked until like 8 a.m. I think he just wanted to talk to someone, and I low-key became a therapist since I was also a psychology student at the time, LOL. We exchanged socials, and he followed me on his private Instagram and even added me on Facebook. During this whole time, I didn't think that he was into me because I just thought that he really just wanted someone to talk to, He never made any advances on me. We were just friendly. He even offered me a ride home. After that night, I don't hear from him for like 2 weeks. And then he just messaged me out of the blue that he's nearby at a coffee shop outside my university. So we hung out again. And then those hangouts became romantic dates afterwards. We went out for months secretly because at this time their breakup was already public. His manager knew about us but advised that not to go public for my own safety since everyone was talking about him and his ex on social media. Oh yeah, that would have been crazy. People would have accused you of like being a homewrecker. Yeah. Only my closest friends and family knew that I was dating him. On his side, no one knew that I was linked to him except for a few people that were managing him. I never met his friends, only his family. We dated until bleep. Oh,
She just self-censored. I did it to a bleep.
And it was hard for us to see each other. And honestly, I decided to end things with him because I couldn't see how we were going to work it out. The kind of lifestyle he has, especially a famous person like him. He was nice and I was really in love with him because I guess at the time I still couldn't accept that it was kept a secret. He couldn't risk his career for me, but sometimes I wish he had the guts too, Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. If you ask me if there's a chance that we'll get back together, I don't think so because I'm already in a happy relationship with someone else right now. And I think it might be better for me with a non-famous person than to be with someone secretly. I decided to confess this because as of writing this, while I was watching your latest video, he just sent me a message congratulating me on graduating with honors. So thank you, Stephanie, for your wonderful videos. And by the way, I listen to your podcast while I'm studying. I guess that helped me get my A's. So I love you. I love you too. Wow, you guys have very fascinating lives. Now I feel like I need to go live a more fascinating life.
Okay, go.
No.
I can't leave this house. I gotta stay right here with you. Come here. Oh, that's fascinating. We should explore. With Balesa, who needs to leave the house and look for entertainment when you got it in the house? But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.